How Keir Starmer just set UK politics on fire. Right, buckle up, because Keir Starmer just pulled off what might be the most spectacular political self-immolation since, well, the last spectacular political self-immolation. The man who was supposed to be Labour's safe pair of hands has just set himself ablaze on the national stage. And, frankly, the popcorn's already in the microwave. Welcome back to UK Plug. I'm your host, and today we're diving into how Sir Keir managed to turn a simple EU deal into his very own political apocalypse. You'd think, after the Brexit saga, politicians would have learned that making deals with Brussels without asking the British public first is a bit like bringing a vegan sausage to a barbecue. Technically possible, but guaranteed to irritate everyone. So, what exactly has got everyone's knickers in such a twist? Starmer has gone and signed what he calls an EU realignment deal, which is political speak for let's pretend Brexit never happened, shall we? The crown jewel of this diplomatic disaster, European fishing fleets now get access to British waters until 2038. Yes, you read that right, 2038. By that time, we might have flying cars and robot politicians, but apparently, we'll still have French trawlers hoovering up our cod like it's going out of fashion. The fishing communities? They've absolutely lost their minds. And who can blame them? One Grimsby skipper put it perfectly. We voted for sovereignty, not to feed Brussels. It's like ordering fish and chips and getting served a baguette with a side of bureaucracy. But wait, there's more. Because apparently, one betrayal wasn't enough. Starmer's also introduced a youth mobility scheme, which is essentially free movement with a hipster rebrand. Thousands of young EU nationals can now waltz into the UK without the controls Brexit voters demanded. It's like saying, don't worry, we've taken back control, and then immediately handing it back. If you're thinking this sounds like political suicide, congratulations. You've got better instincts than the Labour leadership. Inside Labour HQ, it's reportedly like watching a slow-motion car crash, except the car's on fire, the driver's blindfolded, and somehow Nigel Farage is in the passenger seat, laughing maniacally. One insider described the mood as a burning building. Frankly, that's probably the most accurate political metaphor we've heard in years. The Red Wall MPs, you know, those brave souls who thought they could trust Starmer not to throw them under the Brexit bus, are now calling the deal toxic. And when politicians start using the word toxic, you know it's worse than a Love Island reunion special. More than 30 MPs are privately voicing support for a leadership challenge. That's not whispers anymore. That's a full-blown revolt. Several shadow ministers are reportedly considering resigning, which could trigger a complete collapse of Starmer's front bench, a political game of Jenga, except every block is made of dynamite. Here's where it gets really spicy. Starmer's response to this crisis has been about as subtle as a brick through a window. The betrayal narrative is spreading faster than gossip at a village fete. Brexit voters who grudgingly returned to Labour are now feeling like they've been sold a political pup. They voted for sovereignty and got served up submission, with a side of shut up and take it. Protests are rolling in from Cornwall to Grimsby. That's basically the entire coastline telling Starmer exactly where to stick his EU deal. Social media hashtags like Starmer out and Labour no confidence are trending harder than a viral TikTok dance, except this one is destroying a political career instead of your dignity. One ex-Labour voter in Doncaster absolutely nailed it. He sold us out. It's not just about the EU, it's a cultural revolt. That's not just policy disagreement. That's a fundamental breakdown in trust. Think this is just a temporary storm? Think again. Reform UK is absolutely loving the chaos. They are polling like it's Christmas morning every day. Nigel Farage has basically declared Starmer their best campaigner, which might be the harshest political insult since someone called Boris Johnson detail-oriented. The Conservatives smell blood in the water and are demanding a parliamentary vote on the deal, knowing it could split Labour like a cheap suit. Some are even whispering about a snap election, because apparently we haven't had enough political chaos this decade. Meanwhile, potential successors like Angela Rayner, Wes Streeting, and Lisa Nandy are being floated around like lifeboats on the Titanic. The question isn't whether Starmer's leadership is sinking, it's whether anyone can save the Labour Party from going down with the ship. So, there you have it. Keir Starmer's attempt at European diplomacy has detonated spectacularly and is holding the lit fuse. Will he survive a no-confidence motion? Can Labour pull itself back from the brink? Or are we about to witness the shortest political honeymoon since, well, the last one? Let us know what you think. Has Starmer just signed his own political death warrant? Or can he pull off a Houdini act? Don't forget to subscribe for more UK political chaos. Because, let's face it, in British politics, there's always more chaos coming. Until next time, this has been UK Plug, keeping you updated on the beautiful disaster that is British politics.